New tonight, a dog shot dead, a family devastated.
It was definitely meant to kill her. It wasn't an accident.
The cruel shooting of a service dog in training.
Plus, the new twist in a cold case. A baby boy disappeared from his crib nearly 30 years ago. Only on 11 News, his family and the woman they accused, why they'll both be in court tomorrow.
And a car off the road tonight, smashing into two vans. And this wreck has turned deadly. What police are telling us in our 11 breaking news alert.
Now, with 11 minutes of non-stop news and your no-wait weather, KKTV 11 News at 10.
Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Don Ward.
And I'm Diane Derby. We are starting tonight with this 11 breaking news alert. Police on scene of a deadly accident off of Dublin and Powers. It's on the northeast side of Colorado Springs.
And that is where 11 News reporter Danielle Croiter is standing by live now. Danielle, you've been talking to the police. What are they telling you?
Well, Don, that man may have had a medical condition before he veered off the road and crashed into these vans. Police say he was actually driving northbound on Powers all the way up there when something happened. The 63-year-old then drove into oncoming traffic, hit a light pole, just missed this building, and smashed into the parking lot. Now, we have confirmed that man has died. The investigators still don't know what happened in the car leading up to the crash, but they tell me at this point they do not think drugs or alcohol are involved. Reporting live in Colorado Springs tonight, I'm Danielle Croiter, KKTV 11 News.
All right, Danielle, thanks so much. Remember, anytime there is breaking news, stay up to date by downloading our 11 News app. It is free on your tablet or your smartphone.
This is New at 10. We can now give you a first look at the man Springs police say they spotted firing a gun out of a moving car.
We checked tonight, and 21-year-old Adolfo Valenciano Galvan has bonded out of jail, but he's facing several charges. Police say he fired at least 4 rounds from the car, and an officer reported he saw the flash from one of those shots. Police pulled that car over at an apartment complex near Murray and Platt in the Springs and made the arrest. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
We have some new information for you tonight about a man shot by police. He's 63-year-old Dana Ott, and he's in critical condition right now. This all happened yesterday in the Mountain Shadows neighborhood off Flying W Ranch Road. Police got several calls reporting that a man was walking around outside with a gun making threats. Officers say they exchanged gunfire with Ott when they got there. We talked to one neighbor who told us he would often see Ott out with a gun to protect his dogs from wild animals. He says last night may have been a misunderstanding.
When coyotes were around, to take pot shots at him and scare him away. If I saw him walking up my driveway with a rifle, I wouldn't feel threatened at all. I just figured he's out looking for coyotes.
The officers involved were not injured. They are on standard paid leave. Right now, part of a major street is closed down because of a water main break. This is on the MLK bypass between Union and Shelton in Colorado Springs. This is some new video we got for you tonight. You can see the westbound lanes still closed while the crews try to make those repairs. They're hoping it'll all be fixed by tomorrow.
Well, here's something important happening tomorrow. The back and forth accusations over a missing baby boy come to a head. 11 News has confirmed the family of Christopher Abeyta will be back in court battling a lawsuit filed against them. You've
probably heard the name over the years. Christopher disappeared from his crib in Colorado Springs nearly 30 years ago now. We've told you before that a woman filed a lawsuit against Christopher's family because they accused her of being a suspect.
11 News reporter Katie Pelton joins us live tonight from the El Paso County Courthouse. So, Katie, what's happening in the battle there tomorrow?
The lawyers will have one last chance in their closing statements. There's been no coverage of this trial until now. Christopher Abeyta's family tells us they don't want to comment on the case until it's over, but we've talked to them in the past about the mystery of baby Christopher.
29 years ago, in 1986, at just 7 months old, Christopher Abeyta disappeared from his crib in Colorado Springs. We've talked to his family over the years.
I never anticipated that we would ever go 30 years. You know, I figured it was just around the corner, somebody was going to give up or something like that.
Someone came into our home and snatched him from his crib, and he was gone. We've never seen him since.
Tomorrow, the jury will hear closing statements in the civil suit. Emma Bradshaw sued Christopher's family for defamation of character. That's because they say Bradshaw is a suspect in Christopher's disappearance, despite the fact that police have never named a suspect. Bradshaw reportedly had an affair with Christopher's father. She said Christopher's family members went as far as sending an email to her boss that cost her her job. The Abeytas said Bradshaw is abusing the court process and fired back back with a countersuit for what it's costing them to fight this case. All the while, decades later, the grief remains.
The only answer that we want is, where is he? Is he dead or alive?
Again, police have never named a suspect or a person of interest in this case. We'll let you know what happens here tomorrow. Reporting live at the El Paso County Courthouse, Katie Pelton, KKTV 11 News.
Katie, thanks so much. We want to show you a composite picture of what Christopher Abeyta might look like. If you have any information, call the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-THE-LOST.
New tonight, we are hearing from an ex-gang member who wants to help lower the spike in gang violence. Just this week, police responded to 4 shootings in the same Pueblo East Side neighborhood. Mark Salazar started Hard Knocks. It's an intervention and prevention program. He reaches out to kids as young as 10 to try to let them know there are alternatives to gangs.
When they're dead in spirit and they really have no real need, real strong desire to live, they're going to be under the misconception that everybody else's life is of no value, which is why they are not going to hesitate to squeeze the trigger.
Gang detectives tell us there will need to be more community and parental involvement to start seeing some improvements. This is new tonight at 10. Nobody will take away this tree. Take a look. It's rotten, and today it fell on a car and into the street in Colorado Springs. It happened near the Colorado School for the Deaf and the Blind. It's right around Platt and Hancock. The Springs Fire Department did come out to get the tree off the car, but it's all still there.
It fell right across the crosswalk, right in front of an intersection. School's right across the street. And there's several of these large older trees lining the street, so there's a lot of property, vehicles, and pedestrians in this area.
Now, we've been working to figure out who owns the tree. The homeowner tells us tonight that she thinks it's on city property. About an hour ago, the city told us they're working to figure out if it's theirs. When they call us back tomorrow, we'll let you know what they decide.
The Colorado Springs woman attacked by a shark earlier this month is out of the hospital and back home tonight.
It's an unbelievable story. 28-year-old Jill Cruzy was on vacation in Florida when she was bitten on the leg. Now, we just talked to her family. They told us she needed some surgeries, but they say her injuries are a lucky escape. Her mother tells us Jill is on Medicaid, and because she was out of state, her medical bills will not be covered. So if you want to help her out, we've got the link to her GoFundMe page. It's on our website, kktv.com. Just click right there where it says Find It.
Happening tomorrow, police tell us they'll have extra officers patrolling around a school. Today, a stranger threatened to shoot an 8th grader and everyone at his school. That boy then ran to St. Therese Catholic School on the west side of Pueblo. Kyla Gaylor talked with police and concerned parents. Kyla?
It all started around 8 this morning by this rock wall on Thatcher Avenue. A man approached the student trying to get him to come with him. Then he chased the boy a few blocks down this way until the boy got to school. I spoke with the principal, who says they immediately called 911 and put the kids on lockdown. The kids were escorted through campus for the rest of the day, and the school says they notified parents.
All of the administrators were very calm, and they had the police come immediately, so it was a pretty calm situation. I never really panicked because it really seemed like they had things kind of under control.
Police tell me the boy did the right thing when he ran away. In Pueblo, Kyla Gaylor, KKTV 11 News.
The suspect description is vague at this point, so if you know anything about the case, call Pueblo Police right away.
11 minutes of nonstop news continues now with this. A new poll out tonight shows most local Republicans who were at a watch party for last night's debate think Senator Ted Cruz won.
136 people were part of a straw poll after they watched the debate. 31% say yes, Cruz won. Ben Carson came in second with 24%. John Kasich and Jeb Bush, came in last.
God bless our veterans and your families, and God bless the United States of America.
President Obama spent much of the day thanking those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. He placed a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery.
Here in southern Colorado, the community honored our vets as well. Today, UCCS remembered fallen soldiers who have died since 9/11.
Want to support veterans on campus in the community. Want everyone to know UCCS is a veteran and military supportive institution.
At Liberty High School, every student who was related to a vet was asked to stand. And take a look at this. Just about every kid in the room stood up. They also collected money for wounded warriors. Great job, kids.
Just incredible. Thankfully, tomorrow morning's commute won't be anything like it was today. A lot of you on the north side of the Springs saw blowing snow with low visibility. The storm was out of here pretty fast, but it did cause some problems on the roads.
I just lost control and the car like literally went in a complete circle. I was on the side. I just kind of like was able to get out of the snow and like, well, get to the gas station. The tire just popped. I don't know.
It's dangerous. Be careful. Drive slow.
Denver also saw some snow. They got about 4 inches there. It forced the cancellation of dozens of flights out of DIA.
That brings us now to your no-wait weather. I'm over here in the Weather Center with Chief Meteorologist Brian Bledsoe. Brian, no problems with any snow tonight, but still kind of chilly out there. Who's got the cold spot?
It is, and temperatures in the Springs are actually cooling down tonight, Don, and it's because the wind has finally started to let up a little bit. We're sitting right now at 35 degrees. The wind was blowing around 20, 30 miles per hour a little bit earlier this evening, but as that has started to relax, our temperatures have dropped down a bit. Same thing for Pueblo. You've been breezy all evening. Right now you're sitting at 43 degrees, and overall I think this temperature will continue to drop during the course of the rest of the night as the wind continues to lay down for everybody. Depends really on where you are this evening. Black Forest is at 26, Woodland Park is at 23 degrees, West Cliff's at 27, but other locations not too bad. Generally in the 30s to lower 40s, but that will change, I expect, by the time tomorrow morning gets here. In fact, for Colorado Springs, clear, cold tomorrow morning. Will likely start in the middle 20s, and it'll be kind of a slow warm-up throughout tomorrow, too, as we only managed to get to 34 by mid-morning. On our way to the 40s as we head toward lunchtime. You'll want a jacket if you're going to be out and about walking around downtown on your lunch hour and whatnot. But overall, I think we kind of put a limit on our rise during the afternoon. We only rise 3 more degrees. 47 is where we'll top out, but the sunshine and less wind than we had out there today will make that feel a lot better. 30s in Teller County, 40s to lower 50s for most of us in El Paso County. Some of the warmer readings out toward Calhoun, Ellicott, and south of Colorado Springs in Fountain. For Pueblo, you start out a little bit cooler, but the same beautiful clear sky, 22 degrees to get your Thursday morning started. 10 degrees warmer by 9 o'clock, so still a little bit on the chilly side, even for this time of year. 48 by lunchtime, and look at this, up to 56 degrees tomorrow afternoon. We had 60 today in Pueblo, but because of all the wind, it didn't feel like 60 degrees out there. Tomorrow, less wind, slightly cooler. Will probably even feel a little bit better than you did out there for today. Highway 50, looking great tomorrow. 54 Penrose, Florence, Canyon City. Pueblo West tops out at 56 degrees, a little bit cooler for locations to the southwest of Pueblo. Farther south we go, not bad. Lots of sunshine, mid-50s here from Walsenburg to Trinidad. Certainly no worries in the weather department tomorrow. And on the southeast plains, also a beautiful day. Lots of sunshine and blue sky. Low 50s in Eads, Lamar, a couple of 5s right there for Los Animas, La Junta, as well as Ordway. The next 3 days really offer some pretty weather around here and a noticeable warm-up. 40s tomorrow, 54 Friday, and we're up to 62 degrees as we head into Saturday. The great thing about this weekend, as we've been having the same kind of luck over the past several weekends, is we get 2 beautiful weather days on your weekend, and then our next storm arrives late Monday into Monday night. It doesn't look like a big storm, and it's moving fairly quickly, but it's the only storm we're watching right now, so it's still something we're going to be watching pretty closely for you over the next few days. Pueblo's forecast looking good, too. 50s the next couple of days, and then upper 60s, it looks like, for both Saturday and Sunday. Really pretty weekend to be outdoors. Monday, some rain showers late in the day. We'll bring in some wet snow showers likely on Monday night. Same thing applies. Doesn't look like a huge deal right now. Canyon City and Florence, 50s the next 2 days, and a bunch of 60s in there for the weekend before we cool it off and bring in a better chance for moisture as we head into early next week. And for Woodland Park, you're obviously a little bit cooler in Teller County, but still pretty for this time of year. In fact, Saturday and Sunday, we push temperatures into the 50s before we cool it down and bring in a chance for snow early next week. Donna Dye.
We're loving the great weekends, Brian. Thanks very much.
It's been awesome. Criminals pulling off a sweepstakes scam. Coming up on 11 News, we have an 11 call for action alert. The warning from someone who fell for it. Plus, how you can put a stop to all those ads that fill up your mailbox.
But first, who would do this? A dog shot dead right outside a local home. The family says it was training to be a service dog. What the sheriff's office is telling 11 News about it tonight.